Well, we are back for another season of NFL football. The first game of the season has officially kicked off, but we are going to preview my Miami Dolphins today. Here we go, baby. The NFL is officially back after the Bills trounced the LA Rams last night. But for the rest of the league, it all kicks off on Sunday, and today I will be breaking down in a quickish fashion my Miami Dolphins. Not going to go way too deep into this. I just have the depth chart here, our schedule, and a little preview for Sunday, and I'll just give my thoughts and how I think this season will play out. So we'll see what happens. First things first, the schedule. And I mean, looking at it, it's going to be a challenge, I think, especially in the later half of the year. So let's just start with it. Kicking off Sunday, 1 p.m. against the Patriots at home. Division opponent right away. Patriots coming into town. We'll see what happens. Week 2 at Baltimore. Week 3, the Bills come into town. Week 4, Thursday Night Football at Cincinnati. Week 5 at the Jets. Week 6, home to the Minnesota Vikings. Week 7, Sunday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 8 at Detroit. Week 9 at Chicago. Week 10, we host the Browns. Our bye is on Week 11. Week 12, the Houston Texans come to Miami. And then this is where it gets really crazy. At the 49ers. At the LA Chargers. At the Bills. Home to the Packers. At New England. And then we finish off the season at home against the Jets. So yeah, weeks 13 to 16 are going to be interesting. Hell, I'll even throw week 17 in there because January 1st in New England, God help us all, because it's going to be a cold one. So it's interesting. And this team has a lot of expectations this year. Why? Because they made moves to get the team better. Let's start with the big one. Tyreek Hill. Getting Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs to give Tua a certified number 1 wide receiver, and he got paid like it. I love the move. You need a number 1. There's your number 1. Nothing against Jalen Waddle. I love Jalen Waddle. But you need a certified number 1 wide receiver for your quarterback. There it is right there. Tyreek Hill. Obviously, Jalen Waddle. Teron Armstead, the left tackle. Blindside goodness for your quarterback. Always going to need that. Got him. And then, yeah, those were the two big ones. We improved the running back room. Raheem Mostert. Yep, that was a big one. Chase Edmonds from the Arizona Cardinals. That was the other one. And just a couple depth pieces. Helping out the defense a little more. And this team's ready to rumble. So, really, here's what it's going to come down to. And it's no surprise, really. It's going to come down to Tua. Can Tua Tagovailoa get the job done? Can he prove he is the guy? Personally, maybe. I'm not going to fully go out and say, yeah, he could. I mean, it's going to come down to what he can do. I think he can. Maybe. I hope. At least I hope so. I want to see him be successful. I am not a Tua hater. I want him to be successful with what the team is building around him. And if he isn't, oh well. But, I mean, looking at the quarterback room, Teddy Bridgewater is right behind him, a solid backup. And there's also Skylar Thompson as well, who could throw the football like no man's business. This man led the NFL in preseason in passing yards. Skylar Thompson, so I know it's preseason, but hey, always good to have that ace up the sleeve, I guess you can call it. So yeah, it's just going to come down to Tua. Can Tua finally prove he is the guy? I think he can. But like I said, maybe he will, maybe he not. I would love to see him be successful to do it. So, that's pretty much the gist of it. It's no big surprise what this team is. Obviously, Mike McDaniel, the new head coach, which I absolutely love. I can't wait to see what he does in actual games, because some of the plays he called in the preseason, I absolutely loved. I think he'd be that mad genius of a head coach with his play calling scheme. Connor Williams at center is a little concerning to me. I'm not the biggest fan of his. The offensive line is still a little bit of a concern. Not as much of a concern as last year, but it's still my boy, Mike Gesicki, he's probably not going to be around after this year. Gotta be honest with you, the way they handled the franchise tag and having a couple of close connections. I think he wants to come home because he was born in New Jersey. I think he wants to play with some teams up here in the tri-state area, wherever that may be. Giants, Eagles, Jets. You get my drift. So he would probably come home. I don't think he's going to stick around. I'd love if he would stick around, but personally I don't see it happening. And just the way some of the news has come out that they want to turn him into a blocking tight end. Not the biggest fan. That's not his game. He's a pass-catching tight end. That's why you drafted him. So, and the tight end room, there are 5 tight ends looking at the depth chart. So if Gesicki doesn't start to perform, he'll easily be dropped down. So I just hope for the best for my man. Xavier Howard will lead the defense. Star corner. Damn it to see Christian Wilkins on the defensive end. D-line. Jerome Baker, Melvin Ingram, Jalen Phillips. Not really much. I mean, there's not really much to go over. It's basically, it's going to come down to the quarterback. That's really it. I hate to repeat myself, but that's really it. This could be a playoff team. I like the roster they built. It just comes down to if Tua can be the guy. That's it. So, the over-under, 9 wins. That is what the bookies project. Over-under, 9 total wins. And to make the playoffs, it is plus 175. So, if you think Dolphins will make the playoffs, you want to place a little bet, you can get some nice money from that. Plus 175 for the Dolphins to make the playoffs. I personally say yes. I think they do. I have them at 10-7, personally. Probably to make the playoffs would have to be 11-6, but I'm projecting the 10-7, 11-6 range. So, yeah, I think they can make the playoffs if all goes well. And going back to the schedule, I think they win against New England Sunday. Baltimore. You got to beat teams like this. I'll give them the win against Baltimore. They'll lose against the Bills. I think they surprise Cincinnati. I think they do. And you know what? I'm going to switch. I'm going to say L to the Ravens, L to the Bills. But I think they surprise Cincinnati week 4. I think the Bengals are going to slump a little bit this year. No offense to any Bengals fans watching this. I just think after the high of making it to the Super Bowl, you're going to come back down to earth a little bit. So I think we'll beat the Bengals, so that'll make us 2-2. Beat the Jets, beat the Vikings. So that'll make us 4-2. Beat the Steelers, 5-2. Beat the Lions, beat the Bears. So that'll be 7-2. Beat the Browns, 8-2. Beat the Texans, 9-2. And then this is where the string of L's come in, start of week 13. Depending on how they're doing. San Francisco, I could see an L. Chargers, I could see an L. Bills, definitely an L. Aaron Rodgers coming to town Christmas Day. Probably an L. We'll see what happens. That'll be huge if they can win that game. Patriots on New Year's Day, that could be an L. And then you finish with the Jets. So, yeah. 11-6. 10-7, that's where I'm projecting this team. So, we will see about that. And to wrap this up, I know this is short. I don't really have much to say because really it comes down to Tua. That's pretty much it. Here's a little preview for Sunday. Against the Patriots, the spread right now is 3.5 in favor of the Dolphins. The over-under is 46.5 total points. And the money line right now is Dolphins minus 175. So, 3.5 is a lot. Bill Belichick coming in. I know the Patriots struggle in Miami, but I don't know. All right, I'll give him it. I'm not betting on this game personally, but if you had to put a gun to my head, I'll take the 3.5 in favor with the Dolphins. I'll say, you know what? I'll go the under. I'll go the under 46.5. Seems like a lot, and I'll definitely take the Dolphins to win. So, that's going to do it. A little short. I apologize. But, like I said, Tua, my man, comes down to you. The way Tua plays is going to determine this season for the Miami Dolphins, and hopefully everything else will fall into place. So, we'll see what happens. It's a long season. We'll check back in. Like I said for Penn State, I'm not gonna make any guarantees that I can review every single game, because that's a lot. The worst, I'll check back in for the bye week, which is week 11 before the week of Thanksgiving. So I'll check back in then at the worst. I might check in for a couple of these games depending on the day, but we will see what happens. So, good luck to your respective teams this year for those you are watching. And we'll see what happens. That's all we can do, right? So, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching, of course. I appreciate it. And, of course, I will see you for the next one. Fins up, baby. Go Dolphins.